My favorite saying is pain is weakness leaving the body. If it hurts, if it sucks, it's just weakness leaving the body. So if you purge it, it will be gone.
Real Talk with Star Scorpio, episode 115. Today, I'm joined by Warrior Barbie, a motivational voice who shares powerful messages about resilience, strength, and personal transformation. Through fitness inspired posts and mindset driven storytelling, she encourages people to push past the limitations and embrace their inner warrior. Warrior Barbie, welcome to Real Talk with Star Scorpio. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here.
Yes. First, I want to say I brought you on the podcast and thank you for agreeing to do it because I came across your page. I don't know how I did it, but it's because I watch a lot of fitness stuff, maybe. But when I started watching your post, I seen the inspirational messages and posts that you leave, inspiring people. So I said I had to have you on.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. So what we do on Real Talk is we like to build a timeline. So what I want to know first is where were you born and raised?
Was born in New York, born in Long Island, raised there for a little bit, but most of my upbringing was in Virginia, so Williamsburg, Virginia.
Hmm.
And then after that, once I was grown, I moved around a lot. But yeah, that's where I'm from.
Oh, hey, since you say that, one question I have for people that moved around, because my wife moved around a lot. How was it with the friend making friends? In public school and in high school, was that hard because you always were transitioning?
It's tough because, you know, I left New York when I was 9, so everyone I grew up with, and then I moved to Virginia and everybody had grown up together. So it's kind of like the friend group's already formed. But
Yeah.
I mean, you make friends no matter what. Like, I think just being in that proximity and being that age.
Hmm. And for my wife though, we didn't have social media, so you kind of how can you can say your age, right?
I'm 30, yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't grow up in the social media age, right? So the connections weren't there too. Like, we didn't have the Facebook and the Instagrams.
Yeah.
So you're going in blind. When you go to a new school, you're going in blind. You don't know things and you can't connect with your old friends.
Yeah.
Did you have social media at the time where you could still stay in touch with people?
You know what? It's so funny. So I was in that generation that kind of was there when I was in high school when I got a Facebook. And
Yeah.
these kids have, I don't even know if they use Facebook anymore.
Yeah.
But so I was in high school and I got a Facebook. So I would write letters and mail them to my friends in New York from Virginia. So that's where I'm from, that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I remember those days too. The letter writing, that was so personal. It's such a personal touch. Now everything's just click, click. You know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
I should have known that too, because my daughter's 27. And I remember when we got the iPod and things like that, but she didn't
Yeah.
have her first phone until she was, I think we gave it to her at 14, 15 years old.
Same.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Same.
one thing I like to know too is how were you in school? First, I'm going to ask you about were you an introvert or extrovert? Did you have a lot of friends? Were you outgoing?
I always had a lot of friends, but I've always been more introverted.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I was in a marching band and things like that. So I had a very close like group of friends, and it was a lot of them because marching band.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would say I was an introvert. Like I would try and leave and stay home, and people would be like, "No, come
Yeah.
outside." Like, yeah, yeah,
Same, same. Okay, so let me play off that too, because I'm an introvert, right? But when people see me, because I did stand up comedy for like 8 years, and I'm always that funny guy, but I'm really like quiet and shy, like from when I was young, and I don't like crowds. When I go out, I stay to myself. But you have your friends when you're growing up.
right,
But I'm
right.
that introvert. I'm going to talk about your social media presence and everything, but let me ask later on, but let me ask this now. When people see you on social media, you're working out, do you think they would be fooled and think, "Oh, she's an extrovert. She's probably doing her thing." What do you think about that?
It's hard to say because in my videos, I'm very soft spoken and I'm very calm.
Yeah.
That's my personality, and I think people can pick up on that.
Hmm.
And I've met people, I've been recognized in public, and they're kind of like cautious to say something, but they have to say something, and
Yeah.
everybody's very respectful. So I think people can kind of pick up on that I'm more reserved, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed that when I watch your post too. Um, okay, in school though, how were you in the subjects? Did you like the math, the
Yeah.
English, and thing like that? Arts, music?
I think I've always been pretty smart, so school came easy,
Hmm.
but I had a lot of things going on at home, so it
Oh.
was hard to focus on that. So I always did fine. I never struggled in school, but I
Hmm.
think I could have done a lot better if, situations had been different. Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna ask about home life too, but just since we're on the school topic, one question I'd like to ask people, because I have this in my life. Are there any teachers that you can remember off by heart, you know their name because they were either a positive influence or like
Hmm.
that negative influence, they didn't believe in you? But
Yeah.
do you have any examples of those too?
Yes, two come to mind. My third grade teacher, her name was Miss Jaco. CSAJKO is how you spelled her name,
Oh.
and she was so genuine. She didn't need a job.
Mm.
She loved her kids. She loved her kids that she had, like she birthed, and then she loved all children. So she was just so kind, such a kind lady, and I still remember her. And then Mr. Smith is my band director from high school. Changed
Mhm.
my life, like just such so dedicated to us,
Yeah.
and he really instilled a work ethic at that time when I was going through a lot
Yeah.
of like he would always say, in order to be great, you have to consider every detail. And
Mm.
I've never forgotten that. I've never forgotten that. So those two teachers for sure.
Wow, that was powerful what you just said. And I hear that a lot from my guests. There's certain lessons that people learn from teachers that stay
Mhm.
with them. And by you just saying that, I'm like, wow, you never forget him. But here's now the kicker, Warrior. Because of your age, do you still have contact? Are you in contact with some of these teachers? Like, you know how they're on Facebook or Instagram, or have you ever
Yeah.
ran into an old teacher? Because of my age, 52, sometimes I think now I want to go back and thank some of them, but a lot of them passed away. But my gym
Mm.
teacher, I actually contacted his son on Facebook. And I'm like, yo, tell Mr. Clyde I said hello because he did a lot for me. You know what I mean? But I actually want
Yeah.
to talk to him. But what about you? Have those experiences?
I honestly haven't. I feel like life got me so far away from that time and that state and everything. But
Yeah.
I should. I should. That's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear some positive stories from people who stay in connection with their teachers, but they're young. So they, their teachers are on Facebook and they're probably in their
Right.
40s or 50. My teachers are in their 90s. But anyway,
I, I don't. I think he was in his maybe late 30s, maybe early 40s.
yeah,
It's crazy because when you're in high school, you don't really know how old adults are.
that's true.
But I mean, it's what, almost
Hmm.
20 years later? No,
Yeah.
15? I don't. So
Yeah.
we'll see. But that's a good idea.
Speaking of that, since you're 30, how when you were like 19, 20, even 18, your teenage years, did you think 30 was old? Because my parents had me late in life, right? All my friends in school, their kids were like, their parents were like 29, 30. My
Mhm.
parents were in their 50s. So I
Oh,
was
really?
yeah, I was scared. Like, why are my parents so old? I was confused as a kid, right?
Yeah.
But thank God they're still alive. My dad's 93
Oh,
and my
wow.
mom's 91. But
Yeah.
if you could imagine, they had us late, my brother and I. So
That's,
they were older, right? So
I think that's good. I think if I choose to go that direction, I will be an older mom for sure.
okay, yeah. And wait, when you were a teenager, what did you think 30 was?
A lifetime away. Like I just had my 30th birthday last year. I went on my first solo trip, and I was sitting there. I was like, I'm in the best shape of my life. I have energy. Like I mean, this is great. I was scared. I was scared to get here, but
Yeah.
it's not.
And you know what's crazy? I'm 50 now. I cut down on the working out a lot of injuries and stuff, but
Yeah.
used to work out hardcore, and that's why when we get into this, I want to hear about your journey. But when I was 40, I was in the best shape of my life. You would think in your 20s, when I used to play volleyball, basketball, I was in track, you would think that was the time. But no, 40 years old, I started fasting and
Mm.
working out proper, and I was training a couple people. And I felt like, yo, this is the best shape of my life. And I got to tell you something. My wife is 50 and she's on the grind now, like for a year. And now she's like, she's killing me. She's at the gym every day. I used to do that, and she's eating correctly, which I want to ask you about later. She's eating clean. But
Mhm.
yeah, so 30 years old and you're in good shape. Now I see your Instagram. I can imagine you at 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm excited for it now. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm,
good. So now, was there a key moment in your life where you had an experience that like kind of changed the trajectory, changed the direction where you thought, because you were in good at school. So did you think you were going to do one thing for your career and then something happened and you're like, no, I want to focus on this?
yeah. I went to school for psychology,
Yeah.
but I kind of switched my majors a few times because you don't know at 18 what you want to do, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So I switched to psychology because I was like, I'll do that. And then um, I started at 22 working in banking.
Oh, okay.
And I've been in banking ever since. I've kind of, developed some expertise there. But I've been in banking for almost 8, 9 years. So
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay. Your home life. You don't have to say anything you don't want to say, but I always ask people, how were your parents growing up? Were you from a strict household or more relaxed?
So I'm fine to talk about it only because there's so many people who have been through what I've been through and
Mhm.
they don't think they can change their life around. So I will say my father was abusive
Mhm.
and my mom kind of had tried to navigate that as well as she could. But yeah, I mean, just a very like emotionally unstable situation.
Mhm.
Um, and so that's what I was dealing with at home. And that's how my parents were to answer your question. Yes.
Yeah. Did you have siblings too?
Yes, I had a sister and two brothers.
Okay. Yeah. And you're close with them right now?
Yeah, and then my sister passed
Oh,
away 2020. Yeah, and then my brothers and I are very close. Yeah.
oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
And where were you in the age range? Youngest,
I was
oldest, middle,
I was second. So
second.
yeah.
Yeah, the middle child then, right? You know, they
Yeah.
say some stuff about the middle child, you know what I
Yeah, I think I live up to it.
mean? Yeah.
I think it's accurate.
Yeah. Wait, you know what I want to know right now? I'm gonna get into this now about your journey, but you live in Atlanta right now. How was that experience? You know, growing up, all I knew about Atlanta, you know, I'm from Toronto, Canada. We're so close to New York, so we grew up with New York hip hop, New York TV, everything. Not New York, states, and the influence from the states when it comes to rap music. The first
Mhm.
time I heard about Atlanta, really, it was probably like Jermaine Dupri, Chris Cross. I'm talking about back in the days, right?
Right.
But is Atlanta, does it live up to what I know, like the hype when it comes to the music industry and entertainment?
Yes, yes.
Mhm.
Atlanta is unlike any place I've ever been.
Mhm.
Um, I moved here from Florida, actually. I was in
Oh,
Tampa for a little bit,
okay.
for a few years, actually. And then I was like, I need a change. I need a
Mhm.
change. So I came here and it changed me so much. It raised my standard for a lot of things for myself because this is a place, it's like a mecca for Black people of color, people of
Yes.
color, period. You
Yeah.
have opportunities that you don't have anywhere else. The city's booming. If you see, so when I was in Florida, I would always, you see a nice car,
Mhm.
Rolls Royce, Ferrari, and it's always a Caucasian person.
Yeah.
Totally fine. You
Yeah.
come here, it's 100% going to be a Black person. And it is so inspiring to see.
Hmm.
So that's what I love about this place. You'll see celebrities everywhere.
Hmm.
The music industry is definitely a thing. I've seen so many music videos being shot
Yeah.
all the time, and it's
Yeah.
just such a famous place to be. So I think it does live up to the hype.
Nice. Nice. Do you think, you know how you moved around? I'm one of those people who don't like change. You know what I mean? I've had to do it so many times in my life, but it's hard for me to acclimate, get used to change.
Yeah.
You know how you moved around as a kid and all this stuff? Is it easy for you to go from place to place now?
I will say, yeah, I speak to some of my friends from college a
Mhm.
lot, and
Yeah.
they're like, you go where you want to go. Like, but
Yeah.
I think I was so used to it from such a young age
Mhm.
that now it's not as daunting to me. But if I hadn't moved when I was young, I would have been like, move to another state. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah, I do.
Yeah. I feel like there's so much opportunity in the States. You know, in Canada, to really make it, you have to go to the States. So when we
Mm,
had rappers here that were big, they go to the States. Comedians, we have a big comedian named Russell Peters. He blew
mm.
up in Canada. Now he's in the States.
I feel like I've heard of them.
Yeah, he's big. He's big. And then of course Drake. Drake lives like probably 20 minutes from my house. He has a big house here, right? And
Mhm.
then, he was on Degrassi when he was in
Yeah.
Toronto. You know what I mean? And then, what do you know? You got to go to the States. Bieber, you got to go to the States. But yeah, States has a lot of opportunities. Um, Now I want to know about your journey. So, what made you start your journey on social media, working out? Did you always work out and then you wanted to transition that to let me share this and help people out?
Yes. So I have worked out every day almost since 2020.
Yes.
And it's just been my personal thing. It's just been my personal journey. And I would have people tell me once I got in really good shape, they're like, you should start a page, you should do this. And I was just like, I just do this for me. It's
Hmm.
fine. And it came to a point when I turned 30, I was like, I want an unreal physique and I want to really tap into my potential fully. And I have an opportunity and an expertise where I can help people and
Hmm.
get rich. And those are absolutely both of my goals.
Yeah.
And so in this day and age, we're in 2026, that is the way to do it.
Hmm.
So September 19th, my first post ever, started a brand new page, 0 followers. And almost 6 months later, here we are. I have, I think, 83,000 now. So yeah, it's crazy.
I just checked the other day and it was at 70,000.
I mean, I'm on a mission for sure, and there's a lot of strategy. I don't know if it. I mean, people probably can't tell how much strategy goes into it.
Oh
A
yeah.
lot of strategy that goes into it. So, um, yeah, it's exciting.
Hmm. So getting into it, did you have a trainer or did you just, because we're in the internet age, did you just research things that way and then start working out and learn how to do the exercises and things and the diets?
So it's funny. It's crazy to think about it now.
Hmm.
So I during COVID bought a spin bike for $30 on Facebook Marketplace,
Hmm.
and I was like, well, I don't know how to like actually use this. So I got the Peloton app. And I would take classes on there with this spin bike that I got off Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, I'm getting a really good workout. Like this is really like great.
Yeah.
Then they had HIIT classes.
Yeah.
I sucked. I had knee surgery in 2018. My knee was just worthless.
Hmm.
So I did the workouts, the HIIT workouts, and then I was like, I'm really into this. And then I came across David Goggins, and he had
Uh,
just come out with his book, I believe, and he was promoting it.
hmm.
And I read it, and that was the game changer for me. I started running,
Hmm.
lifting, correcting my knee, and I mean, I just have been headfirst into it since then. So,
Yeah. That's amazing to hear because one of my questions actually was about having injuries that set you back. And then you
mhm.
actually have to heal that injury first before you can get back to like the gains you were at before or the moment
Yeah,
you're at. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Mm. So your knee, is it like 100% now?
So My right leg, it's the surgery is on my left leg. My right leg is incredibly strong. Like
Yeah.
it's unbelievable. So I feel the difference between the two. But yeah,
Okay.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, they're not equal yet, but
Hmm.
I'm working on that. But yeah, I would say it's 100%.
Nice. Nice. Um, your name, I have to know. Can you explain to the listeners and people that are watching? When I found you, I liked your name. I see Warrior Barbie. Can you tell me how you came up with that?
Absolutely. At face value, I mean, I was like, I'm pretty, but I got a lot. If you just look at my face, you're like, okay. And then I got a lot of other things going on, and
Mhm.
that's just me.
Yeah.
But as a concept, it's so much deeper than that. It's for me balancing masculine and feminine because
Yeah.
I feel like as women we need to do that, especially as business women. We have to be able to execute and push for what we want, but as a woman, we also have to be feminine and receptive and soft. And
Mhm.
so it's combining those two, and it's really to show women and people you can have both. You can be, you know. You can be a dichotomy. You can be bilateral. You can have two-sided. You can be dangerous and sweet, and you can be all of
Mhm.
that. So yeah.
Yeah, I like that. And when you said about eating, how you used to eat bad, are you just talking about the junk food? Because I want to get to a point here and see if you agree with me. Were you talking about the junk food as in the McDonald's, Burger King, da da da, or chips, chocolate, and things like that, or a mixture of both?
I am Caribbean, so I was eating potatoes and rice
Yeah.
and roti and doubles and palori and that type of thing.
Yeah.
And then I worked at Chick-fil-A and I was eating all type of fried food and fried chicken and French fries and
Yeah.
chips. Just eating what I wanted when I wanted,
Hmm.
honestly. Yeah.
Wait, are you Trinidad? Trinidad?
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 I'm Bayesian Guyanese. So I
I
was
was
like,
gonna ask.
yeah.
You can
Once
tell, yeah.
once you said doubles, I was like, okay, she has
Yeah.
to be Trinity. She has to be Trinity.
Yes.
Oh, so okay. This is what I want to ask you now. I noticed when I started eating clean, my face, I grew up with pimples till I was in my late 30s. And then when I started eating clean, I noticed my face looked smoother and I looked younger. And when I tell people I'm 52, they're like, no, when I
Yeah.
have a 27-year-old daughter, they're like, no way. But you know that saying, black don't crack. A lot of black people
Right.
I know look young as well. But I got to tell you, do you feel the same way when you eat clean? It's like,
For me, I would definitely say I have gotten rid of the cortisol face and the sugar just
yeah,
floating.
yeah,
But I had hormonal acne, so for women it's a little
yeah.
different. You can't really control that.
Hmm.
But I would 100% say eating clean has helped my face just in the shape of it.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with that too. I agree too. Did you have any stress in your life? Sometimes stress ages people and you have a lot of worry and anxiety. I don't know if you ever dealt with something like that where it shows in your body. You feel
Yes.
pains that shouldn't be there, and sometimes it shows on your face. Have you been through that?
Yes. So just coming out of the physical abuse that I grew up with,
Hmm.
there's a lot of residue, a lot of physical residue because your body stores trauma.
Yeah.
And so my knee was a result of that. My knee, I had a tumor in my knee and it was enormous. It was huge and it ruptured and it's never come back since the issue.
Hmm.
Um, Dealt with it, removed the tumor, all of that. And that was, I believe, just trauma stored in the body because the doctors could not explain it. I had anxiety. I had crippling anxiety for
Yeah.
years after I left Virginia.
Hmm.
And I don't know what triggered that, but I couldn't function, like you were saying, the
Yeah.
physiological effects of stress.
Yeah.
So, like, I would have a pain in my chest just from anxiety, heart
Yeah.
palpitations. I mean, it was awful. And so that took time to overcome
Hmm.
as well. And I would argue that those types of things, I now know that it is possible to just overcome it
Hmm.
when you understand it. Um, but that's just as tricky as the physical feats, that's, overcoming your mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Well said. I remember one time when I was going through a lot. And then there would be times where I couldn't. I couldn't breathe. And I
Mhm.
thought something was wrong, like internally, my heart. And every time I tried to take a breath, it would stop. Like, you can't take a full
Yeah.
breath. So my wife, we went to the hospital. Doctor, of course, did all the this, what, and then he stopped and he said, "Do you have stress in your life?" And I'm like, I said, "Yeah." And then he let me know like it's panic attack, anxiety. My doctor, my personal doctor, gave me medication. I try and stay away from medication. I think I took it once. I believe it's something you have to really, you know how they give what's that called? That glucose pill where it's not real.
Oh, the placebo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe if you want something to work, it will work. Because you know what's weird? This was supposed to be a pill to help me sleep. It didn't work for me. It probably worked for people, but it didn't work for me. And sometimes I don't even know why I brought up the placebo effect because if you really believe something will work, your mind will make it work, right? But what do you think about that?
That's 100%. I mean, I went to the doctor. I had a similar situation. I went to the ER and I thought I
Yeah.
was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
And they were like, "You're a little dehydrated, but you're fine. I think you're having a panic attack." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay." Um, so then I went to the doctor, got on Lexapro, and Lexapro can, they say it says it on the bottle, it can fix your symptoms or it can make it worse. And mine
Wow.
got worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I stopped that, and then it came to a point, and it took a while because I didn't know you could overcome something like that.
Mhm.
Where I was like, I cannot live like this. Like, no matter what, I have to understand anxiety and I have to overcome it because it's in my head, it's in my mind, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
So I studied it and I studied it, and I truly believe when you fully understand something, you have power over it. So it came to a point where I just don't deal with it anymore, and I cannot. I still to this day, knowing how badly I struggled with it, cannot believe that it's just gone. You know.
Yeah. Do you ever get DMs where people are saying, "Thank you, Warrior. You did something to me. You changed me."
I, I do all the time, and it's so humbling. I know exactly what you're talking about because I one stands out to me, but I've gotten so many. It was a video that I made. It was the first viral, like the first video with some traction.
Hmm.
And I explained to people what it's going to feel like when they get in shape. Because some people, I felt like some people didn't know what they're working towards, what it really feels like. And that's the first video that got some traction, like over 10,000 views. And I had someone say, like, that changed my life, like that, like it stuck with me like that. I got it. And I'm months now. He said, I didn't want to message you after a week or 2 weeks. He's like, for months, I have been, my life has been changed. And I was emotional. I was like, I'm just putting so much as like and value, like we use that term, but I'm really giving
Yeah.
everything that helped me, every bit. You never know what's gonna reach somebody.
Yeah.
And I've gotten so many messages like that. It's so humbling because you're like, I'm trying, like every day I'm trying to, do my best. And it's when it landed,
Hmm.
there's no feeling like that. There's nothing. Yeah.
So true.
I've been trying to get verified because of my account engagement. I don't want my any duplicates or any fan pages or
Yeah.
anything, So I've been trying to get verified. My account has not yet been open 6 months, so I can't,
Oh,
So that's
okay.
how new it is.
Yeah.
Um, but what I have learned, yes, I can speak to that because it's been so much. Number one, the posts that do the best are when, and I think it's a special gift at this point because a lot of people ask me how I do it.
Mm.
I have the ability to simplify very complex information. So I have to, like, I can simplify it and I can explain. My first viral video has 1 million views. I told people how to get in shape for free, for absolutely free. Here's exactly what you're going to do. And
Mhm.
it went viral. And so simplicity with very like needed information
Mhm.
and like the visual cues as well, sharing as many pictures, sharing when I'm saying something, also put the words on the screen. So being strategic in those types of videos. When it comes to entertainment, what I've learned is like my body has gotten so much more defined and so much better since I've started social media because I'm like, people want to, if you're saying this is your product, people want to see something incredible, you know?
Right.
Um, so that level of excellence is something I've learned, like it's just gonna make your life easier. If you want to be an influencer, be
Hmm.
excellent, you know. Um, and I'm trying to think of something else. The consistency. I think the consistency is important.
Hmm.
Um, I think it's important to take inspired action. When I feel inspired, when I feel like some I just thought of a concept and somebody needs to know this. Okay, now package it simply and efficiently and
Hmm.
put it out there every time, and it's done very well. So
Well, yeah, thanks for sharing that. You have the mindset. We're similar in this way because I do. But besides the podcast, I do a lot of comedy skits because I did the stand-up comedy, and sometimes something hits me like when I get up. Here's a good example. There's a bunch of posts that people have been doing to the Google Dolls where it goes, "How were you in the '90s?" Right?
yes, yes, I see
Yeah,
them.
and it was inspiring me because I grew up in the '90s, and then I see some in 2000s, and then I'm looking at these actors, and it's bringing this whole nostalgia thing. And then I woke up one day, and I'm like, I'm gonna do this for my wife and I. So I
Mm,
just put it together in whatever 15 minutes, put the music, posted it, and then a lot of people like it, right? They see the pictures and stuff. It's inspiring to see a couple together and stuff like that, right? Through
yeah,
the test of time, right?
yes.
So it was amazing. So you actually said that. It seems like you tell me if this is true. You already explained it a little bit, but if you give another example where something hits you in the middle of the night, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do this. This is
Yeah,
what's gonna hit. I want to
yeah,
share this.
yes.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, I'm, I wouldn't say I'm extremely religious, but I'm very spiritual,
Yeah.
and and I believe in women's intuition. Like I believe in it 100%. And
Hmm.
so when I have a pull towards something,
Hmm.
every time I've done that, video goes crazy. So
Yes.
I think that's real.
Hmm. Yeah, it's so true. Um, what I'm gonna do now, I gotta tell you by the way, your abs, like I'm doing crunches now. I'm trying to get my abs to like how you have them. Like your abs are so defined. How long did it take? Because sometimes it's natural, right?
Yeah,
I always had abs when I was young. I'm black, the physique, whatever. But
yeah,
now I'm trying to get my abs back, and you're the inspiration for me. Like seeing your abs. How long did it
yeah.
take you get those abs
Um,
defined? Defined.
define. Um, it's a hard question to answer because I've bulked and cut so many times, so I'll
Oh,
lose them and I'll get them back. But I'm trying to build more muscle. So like if you see me, I'm
yeah,
not skinny. I'm not a skinny girl. Like I've got meat on my bones,
yeah.
and so to have this much muscle on my frame and be lean, I would say yeah. End of last year when I started the page, I started really like getting dialed in,
Hmm.
and I think it took like 3 months from where I was, just pretty fit, but not clear defined abs to very defined abs, and I did an aggressive cut, say like three months.
Yeah. So I think I seen a post. You have it down to a science, right? Like
Yes.
bulking, cutting. I can cut. I can get to this. This is right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can get to this whenever, couple months.
Absolutely.
You have that
Yes.
down to a science, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, now this is the time I'm gonna ask a would you rather question. This is gonna be interesting.
Mhm.
Um, would you rather, because you're 30, so you'll see what I mean. Would you rather visit your younger self and give them advice for the future, or would you rather visit your older self and have them give you advice for what's going on right now?
I think my younger self has all the advice that she needs. I need some more. I would probably go to my older self. I
Okay,
would go to my older self.
to give you
Yeah.
advice and everything of how to get there
Like,
and things like that.
like, how do we do it? Yeah.
Yeah. You know
Yeah.
what's crazy? I hear, you told me about your past. I've heard a lot of stories on here on Real Talk, but I've heard people say they want to visit their younger self, and for the reasons why, like money, they didn't manage money properly, or they got hurt in love, and they would tell themselves, whatever, wait,
Yeah.
don't worry, you'll get over it, things like that, or even childhood abuse and stuff, and they wish they could tell the younger self it's okay, you're loved and stuff. I hear some good things when people say the older self, because that would be me too. I'd be like, yo, Star, what am I gonna do now to blow this podcast up? But anyway, um, whether my guest chose the younger or older self, there's four things I want to ask you now. This is about your younger self. What would you tell your younger self about money?
About money. Um, I would say work on your capacity to hold it because you have as much money as you can hold emotionally.
Wow, never heard that one before. Wow. What would you tell your younger self about friends?
About friends, I'm really proud of how I've handled friendships. I'm extremely loyal, but I always put myself first, and I would probably say keep doing that.
Nice. What would you tell your younger self about family?
About family, I would, I mean, same understanding I have now. Cherish every single moment. Like when you get everything, and like I've lost my sister, I
Mm,
realize all those, every moment, every picture is just as important as you think it is. Like soak it up, be there, be present. Yeah.
yeah. What would you tell your younger self about love?
Comes and goes, comes and goes. Enjoy it while it's here. Let it go when it needs to go. It's all good.
Mm. When it comes to love, back in the days, were you was it hard for you if you were in a relationship? Was it hard to get over a relationship? Or because for me it was always hard. And it would
Okay.
linger, it would linger, and you think about the, the memories and you
Yes.
wallow in your pity. Oh, you're
Yeah.
crying. And how are you? And then did it strengthen you if you were in a lot of relationships or a few relationships and it made you stronger today in relationships?
When it comes to relationships now, I would say at 30, I mean, I love love when it's like when it comes, welcome it, you know.
Yeah.
But when it's time to go, it's if you hold on to it, it will ruin your life. That's what I understand about love now.
Mm,
Relationships, they've always come, and I would say I had in the past when I was younger, like just formed some unhealthy attachments. So
yeah.
when it goes, it was very painful.
Mhm.
But then you get the clarity, and you're like, I needed to be with that person. I needed to learn the things and be exposed and I'm so grateful for that. And but when you understand everyone comes into your life for a reason, they're going to
Mm,
teach you things. You're going to be exposed to things. Your wounds are going to be exposed, and you're going to grow from them. You're meant to grow from them.
mhm.
You know, I think one day someone will come and it'll be forever. You
Yeah.
know, and that'll be that. But I mean, that's not my main priority.
Right.
So that's kind of my view on relationships. Yeah.
Right. Thanks for sharing that. Back to working out for a minute. What's your favorite exercise to do?
I love seated rows. I love working my back. I think the back is just so strong.
Hey,
So I
yo,
love
Warrior, you don't gotta tell me. You don't gotta tell me. I see the post, eh? I
yeah,
see the post.
I do. I love working back. It's my favorite body part. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you like my problem working out is I was a tricep guy. Tricep and tricep bicep. And then you find out, oh, I'm lacking on my upper chest. Oh, my shoulders.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, you gotta hit all the body parts and legs, of course, right? Did you focus on a body part at one time in your life where you're like, okay, I'm doing this too much, man. I gotta hit my weaker muscles.
Yes, I've always had decent arms and I would just still work them really hard. And
Mm,
now I have super developed arms, but I've had to like kind of like chill out and like develop my legs. I don't enjoy legs because I had knee surgery. So I have to
yeah.
really force myself to go harder on legs. And yeah, I hate it. I'm hitting legs today and I'm not excited
You know?
about it. I'm not.
Yeah.
That's just one of the things I do not enjoy. Like I'll run all day, I'll do upper body, I'll do, all that's legs. I hate it. I
Yeah.
really hate
Same way.
it.
Okay, you know how you did the Peloton? Do you
Yes.
cycle though outside? Do you ride bike
I,
outside?
for the first time really ever last year, got a mountain bike and I broke it and I haven't replaced it. But
Yeah.
for like 3 months,
Mhm.
I kid you not, every day, like from the first time, it's the most freeing feeling riding a bike.
Yeah.
I was on that thing every day during the summer. Like I had the best time. And it's so hard.
Yeah.
Biking outside is so hard.
Yeah.
It is the best hard thing. It is the best hard thing. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay, now back to the post. Um, I seen a lot of your posts and they inspire me. What would you tell someone who's going through something like something tough and they're trying to do the same thing, excel on Instagram and become that influencer? Because you're a
Yeah.
good inspiration. I'm telling you. I think when I started following you, it had to be like a month ago before I
Okay.
hit you up. And I'm telling you, you weren't at the 50. Like you're growing like rapid pace.
Understand. Yes.
So what would you tell someone that's like on that brink of this is not working?
Right.
Get through it.
I think my superpower when it comes to social media
Hmm.
is a few things actually. Um, I'm the best. I'm the best. People come to me because I have the best physique. That's number one. I have the
Hmm.
best. I look the best. The presentation has to be on point. Your presentation, whatever you're putting out to the world, get some
Hmm.
good lighting.
Hmm.
Make sure your product, I talk about that in my 20K video, I think. Make sure your product is superb,
Yeah.
would you buy you?
Yeah.
And then when it comes to that, what do you really know? Don't look at anybody else's. I don't follow a ton of the big influencers, the fitness influencers.
Hmm.
Don't worry about what they're doing. What do you know? What do you feel? You know, what helped you? When you share what actually worked for you, your actual opinions, it's gonna do because in the age of AI,
Hmm.
a good, solid personal brand is the only competitive thing that we have at this point. And so I think all that authenticity, that superb product, um, and take some time to research. I've realized that no one takes the time to research. There's courses on YouTube on how to grow on social media. There's a book called The Tipping Point.
Hmm.
It's by Malcolm Gladwell, and it explains how to start a social epidemic. It lays it out for
Wow.
and
Hmm.
so take the time to research it. Like all the information is out there, you know? And so superb product, authenticity, research. That's how I would grow on Instagram.
Bam. Hmm. Nice. Um, there's a few, I'm not gonna call them like rapid fire questions, but
Sure.
I was doing some research on you and I want to see what you say to these things. And again, it's all about the working out. But first, I want to know some of your posts have music. You have the Caribbean background. You're probably like me though. You grew up on hip hop, rock,
Yes.
R&B,
Yes.
you name it, all across the board. But when you pick a certain type of music to go to a post, like how do you think of that in your head? Like I seen you had Drake, I seen you had a lot of different things, and I'm like, how do you decide?
Yeah. I mean, I take risks with that because the music will make or break the video.
Yeah.
But my mindset is always like, I want to share a piece of me.
Mm,
Like this, it's usually music. It's not just like, this is a popular song right now.
mhm.
It's just like, this is me. I've been working out to this for years. This is part of my history. I grew up listening to this. Like, I like choosing songs like that. Like, I have Real McCoy, Another Night. That's a 90s banger,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I have a lot of young followers. I don't know if they listen to that, but I took the risk. That posted insanely well. Who else? I have a Tribe Called Quest on there. Like, I have
Mm,
like a lot of these artists. Like, this is me. So
yeah.
I share me with them. I'm not trying to be cool,
Mhm.
but the music's great. It's still great to this day, and it's authentic. So that's kind of my approach to it.
Nice. Thanks for sharing. Do you watch the analytics too to understand your audience? Because sometimes I don't look at it all the time, but you get to see who's watching from what country, the age, male, female. You do that too?
Um, I do a little bit of that. I always watch the analytics of, okay, I posted this type of thing and this is how it did and this is how
Okay.
quickly it did it.
Okay.
But as far as who's watching it, I love my personal favorite because my main target audience is women.
Yes.
When I post a post specifically for women and it just goes crazy because my music videos, my videos when I'm working out with music or whatever,
Hmm.
it's appeal, like thirst
Yeah.
trap, whatever you want to call it. A lot of people are going to like that, but when it's specifically for my target audience and it does well,
Hmm.
it's a good feeling. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Um, when it comes to edit, do you do everything too yourself? That
Hmm.
so okay, when did you learn? Because again, you've only been doing it for the year, you said, right?
Yeah.
So you learn things about editing. I asked you about learning about, about posting and this and that.
Right, right.
But the editing, it's so amazing how you just pick up on things and learn new things that Instagram offers. How was that experience for you too?
I would say at first I was overthinking it
Okay.
a lot and it was taking too long. Now, when I'm like, okay, the hardest part is figuring out what I'm gonna post.
Mhm.
Because when I figure it out, my speaking videos, it may take me 90 seconds to record it. It may take me 90 seconds because get my I get my thoughts together,
Mhm.
record it in little blurbs, edit it real quick, make sure there's not too much dead space or silence.
Mhm.
90 seconds. My workout videos, maybe 20 minutes to record it, edit it, put some music on it, whatever.
Mhm.
I think when I realized, I'm like, you don't got to do too much. It don't have to be some big production. That was the most helpful thing for me.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I think you have a post. I think I had just a couple more questions here. Can you explain time blocking?
Yeah, yeah.
Tell me
Time
about that.
blocking saved my life. I'm everything I do, every single move I make from the moment I wake up is towards a bigger end goal, right? And so when I was struggling to, I'm like, well, how do I know I'm getting there? How do I know that I'm actually executing? So I broke the big goal into daily actions, and I
Mhm.
said, wow, this is a lot. You know, this is a lot of things, there's a lot of activities that I'm going to have to fit in.
Mhm.
So I said, I really think if I can focus and I really think if I strategize, I can get all these things done every single day and be super productive and hit my goal.
Yeah.
And so that's all time blocking is. It's these are the things I've figured out the micro steps to the big goal. And now they all have to happen every single day. And here's how we're going to do it hour by hour. Here's how you're going to get it done. And it's just not taking no for an answer. That's all time blocking is. I'm going to fit these things in. I can break these things down. The human brain is unlimited. So here's how we're going to do it, you know?
Mhm.
Um, and time blocking, that's all it is.
Bam. Yeah, because I seen the sheet you had on one of the posts every hour. You know what I mean? I'm like dedication, persistence, everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have that. It's such amazing. This is why I wanted you on the podcast because I'm like, you have this. You have that thing. And I
Yeah.
know right now, you said you had 80 something thousand. I know next week you're probably gonna crack the 90 and the 100. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
I could just see it. Um,
Yeah.
la
I think,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Go ahead. I think it's important to demand things. I think we're here to demand things and not take no for an answer. And the steps in between, I have a video that says I'm lazy and impatient.
Mhm.
I am lazy and I am impatient, and the best way to get what you want is to do the right things the first time, you know? And
Yeah.
so that's kind of where my head's at with things, yeah.
Okay. Yo, you just see, anytime you say something, I have one more question, but I have to ask you this. I actually wrote this down because you already gave people advice that are listening how to stay motivated. But tell me about this now, because this has happened to me. And I'm going to read this. Staying on the workout grind is not easy, especially if you have a job, you have kids, you're a caregiver, you're in school. Is there something that you do to get over that negative feeling that when your mind tells you, I don't want to work out today, I'll do it tomorrow, but you know you have to do it today?
Yes,
Some people stay in that I'm on the couch. I
yeah.
can't do it today. I'm tired. I don't know if you can just expand on that and how, because you seem like you have that mindset to get over that hump.
Right. Yes. I mean, I have a plethora of tools that I use.
Mhm.
My favorite saying is pain is weakness leaving the body. If it hurts, if it sucks, it's just weakness leaving the body. So if you purge it, it will be gone. I think willpower is a muscle. You got to use it to strengthen it. So now to get off the couch, be like, girl, get off this couch. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But if I had just started, it would be very difficult.
Mhm.
I also think I'm unemotional about the things that I want to do and need to do. My goals, I don't care what's in the middle. Whatever's in the middle is getting bulldozed so I can get there. That's the most important thing. Eyes on the prize at all times. Because when people sit on that couch, they're not thinking, I will never get what I want if I sit on this couch. They're like, I'm really comfortable right now. What's at stake? And always thinking about what is actually at stake. because um, I think it's Jim Rohn. He says failure is like the little infiltrations, the small, you know, I don't know what you call it, but just giving up in those small ways over time. It's not like some big fail. It's just those little failing to execute the little things over time. So I think I don't think of those moments as small. I'm like, this is an opportunity for me to succeed.
Mhm. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, because yeah, I wanted someone like you to explain that because some people are struggling and they can't get over that feeling where I want to work out but I can't because you know what I
Right.
mean? So yeah. Okay, last question. I see a lot of tattoos you have, right? Are there any tattoos that you got for inspiration or meaning, or do you just like getting those tats?
My sister's face is on my leg,
Mm,
huge. It's about 6 inches, and every time I see it, I'm like, when I'm scared to go places. I went to on my first solo trip for my birthday last year.
yeah,
I wanted to take her with me. I wanted her to see it, so it motivated me.
yeah,
Every day, and every day it's just like I want to meet my potential
mhm,
because I know she'd be proud of me. So it means everything to me. That tattoo means everything to me. There's some of them that are just I like how we look, you know.
yeah.
I think a lot of people have those, but that would be the one that means the most. Yeah.
Oh, thanks for sharing that. Okay, now before I get into the last Star Scorpio question, I just wanted you to plug all your social medias or where people could find you. I thought you had a course too or something, but just plug anything you want to plug before we sign off too.
Yeah, Warrior X Barbie, Instagram. I think it's just Warrior Barbie on TikTok. Warrior X Barbie on YouTube, trying to grow that. So, um, yeah, that's where you can find me. I have a challenge, a 30-day challenge starting April 6th. Link is in my Instagram bio and TikTok bio.
Last question. Thanks for sharing everything today. I really appreciate you doing
Of
this.
course, this has been great.
Okay, last Star Scorpio question. Do you want me to read out the Blue Jays or the Raptors?
The Raptors.
Let's do this. What is one of the most memorable moments of your life?
Most memorable? Uh, that's an easy question. So when my sister passed and I started working out, I started running eventually after knee surgery. So I could barely walk. I had to relearn how to walk. And then my sister passed. I started working out and I set a goal. I found a challenge, a virtual challenge online to run the length of the English Channel. It's 21 miles. And I ran 21 miles after knee surgery, after my sister passing, after just starting working out probably a year prior, on the anniversary of her passing. And it just, I will never forget that. I ran it on a track at a high school. So 84 times around the track, you know?
Hmm.
And it was just me there for the first 16 miles, and eventually my extended family showed up and stuff like that, but that was so personal, and that was probably the most memorable moment.
Thanks for sharing that one. Wow. Okay. Now we're gonna do the donations. Sorry, you touched me there. Sorry, sorry. I'm so glad I wear shades sometimes on this podcast because people
Yeah.
can't see my my eyes. Okay, we're gonna do the donations. So I donate to 4 charities, right?
Hmm.
And by the balloon you tell me to pop, I'll see who I'm donating to today. The
Okay.
charities are the Fundraiser Warriors. They raise money for a hospital here, Sick Kids Hospital. They do a lot of things. They were little boys when I had them on my podcast, but they're not so little no more. That was 4 years ago. Um, Liam's Mission, he was born with cystic fibrosis. Again, him and his mom, they do a lot of good things for sick kids and charities. My friend Kevin, he has a sports camp for kids, Juku Sports Academy. And the last one, I love animals. So Claws, Kawartha Lakes Animal Wellness Society here in Ontario. Okay, what do you want me to pop? One, two, three, or four?
I'm gonna go with three.
Right, let's check this out. I hope it doesn't fly. I remember a couple episodes when I popped the balloon,
It
the
just fell.
thing, I don't even know where it went. Okay, here we go. Oh, that was easy. All right, episode 115 with Warrior Barbie. Oh, wow. The
Who's it?
donation goes to, I don't know if you can see it when I pull it back. You know, you can't. Juku Sports Academy. So that's my
Awesome.
friend Kevin. Oh, he's been selected a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you, Warrior. Any last words before we sign off?
I'm so glad I came here today. You are good at what you do. This has been a pleasure, and it was just a great conversation. I'm really, really happy I did this.
Oh, Bev, thank you. This is Real Talk with Star Scorpio, and we out.